Hey kindergarten, are you ready to start our day? All right, let's read together. Dear class, today is Tuesday, April 29, 2020. It is day 161 of school. We will learn at home today. Love, Miss Andrea. Oh no, kindergarten. Guess what? I made a mistake. I had the wrong day. It's not 29, it's 28. There we go. Come on. There we go. So it is day 1, April 28. My bad. And I think I might have messed that up yesterday. So I apologize. I got ahead of myself. All right. We need to look up here. This is called a clock, and it tells you the time, and this is the hour hand, and this is the minute hand. And which one do you read first? Hour hand first. Good. So we're going to read this. Let's take a look. It doesn't go up here to the 10 spot yet. So the hour is still 9. Okay. So we're going to write that for the hour, and 2 dots to show that that's the end of the hours, and now we're going to write minutes. So we're looking at the minute hand. Let's go here where we have our number 35, 36, 37, 38, 9, 38. Very good, kindergarten. Let's move, whoops, we'll pick that up later. Let's move over here to our calendar. The month is April. The year is 2020. And the day, the number day, that comes after 27 is 28, which we talked about over there because I made the mistake. And we need to figure out the day of the week. So 28, straight up to the words, and it is Tuesday. Good job. Yesterday was Monday, and tomorrow's going to be Wednesday. Very good. So the whole date is Tuesday, April 28, 2020. Pat yourselves on the back. That's great. All right. Our pattern, we have an A, B, B pattern, right? So right now we have A, B, B, A, B. Good job. And B is the green triangle. Very good. There we go. Awesome. So that's our pattern. A, B, B, A, B. We'll see what's next tomorrow. Your phrase that we're going to use for journal time is was there. Was there. Be thinking, what are you going to write with the words was there? Okay? Write your own story. Don't copy mine later, okay? All right, your first popcorn word, P-L-A-Y, play. Spell it with me, okay? P-L-A-Y, play. P-L-A-Y, play. P-L-A-Y, play. Good job. Your next one, W-E-N-T, went. W-E-N-T. Ready? W-E-N-T, went. W-E-N-T, went. W-E-N-T, went. Super job. I'm proud of you, all right? Let's look at our money. We have, ooh, this is the back of a coin. Do you know which coin that is? It's the smallest in size, but not in amount. That is a dime, and dimes are worth 10 cents. Good. And then we have these two. They are pennies, and pennies are each worth 1 cent. So we can just count this up. I don't think we need our chart because this is simple adding. We have 10 plus 2 more, so we can say 10, 11, 12. How much money? 12 cents, okay? So you can write it 12 with the cent sign, or use the dollar sign. Say $0, make the period so you show dollars and cents, and 12 cents. Super job today with that. Let's take a peek up here at our chart. Yesterday, you had 20 days left of kindergarten. Today, we're going to subtract 1. So 20 minus 1 is 19. Very good. It's 19. 19 days left of kindergarten, and then you will be promoted to first grade. Let's see how many days you have had of school. Let's talk about our place values. We have the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. And today, we get to add 1 more to the ones. And this was a 0, but now it's a 1. So let's count this up together. Ready? 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 161, 161. You've been in school 161 days. Super job today, kindergarten. Let's go to our journals. All right, kindergarten, it's time for journal. Our words we have today to work with are the words was there, was there. What would your sentence be? I think my sentence is going to be, was there rain? Like asking the question, was there rain? Like, was there rain outside? So I know I can write was, and the first letter has to be uppercase. Was there, and then I'm going to write rain. Rain. Those are the sounds that I hear. Rain. So I'm going to write those. And remember, if you don't spell it perfectly, that's okay. We are just working on the sounds that we hear. So even if you only hear the R, that's okay. But whatever word you write, just sound it out, okay? And was there rain? That's a question. So I have to make a question mark. I can start with a period, and then I put the rest of the question mark together. All right? So come up with your own idea for the words was there, and write it and make your own picture today, okay? Let's go journal. All right, kindergarten. Our story title is Roosters Off to See the World. That's the name of the book, right? And the author and illustrator, this should look familiar. Do you know who the author and illustrator is? He's a guy who does the Hungry Caterpillar and the Grouchy Ladybug and the Greedy Python. Good job. If you guessed Eric Carle, you're right. So these pictures were made by Eric Carle, and so were the words. This is the front cover and the back cover and the spine that holds the pages. I'm going to hold this and then I'm going to turn it, okay? One fine morning, a rooster decided that he wanted to travel. So right then and there, he set out to see the world. He hadn't walked very far when he began to feel lonely. Just then he met two cats. The rooster said to them, "Come along with me to see the world." The cats liked the idea of a trip very much. "We would love to," they purred, and they set off down the road with the rooster. So there was one rooster and two cats. How many animals do you think he'll have next? Maybe 3. Let's find out. As they wandered on, the rooster and the cats met 3 frogs. If you guessed 3, good job. "How would you like to come with us to see the world?" asked the rooster, eager for more company. "Why not?" answered the frogs. "We are not busy now." So the frogs jumped along behind the rooster and the cats. So we have 1 rooster, 2 cats, and 3 frogs. Next we're going to have 4. 4 something. Let's find out. After a while, the rooster, the cats, and the frogs saw 4 turtles crawling slowly down the road. "Hey," said the rooster, How would you like to see the world?" "It might be fun," snapped one of the turtles, and they joined the others. So we have 1 rooster, 2 cats, 3 frogs, 4 turtles, and 5 something. As the rooster, the cats, the frogs, and the turtles walked along, they came to 5 fish swimming in the brook. "Where are you going?" asked the fish. "We're off to see the world," answered the rooster. "May we come along?" pleaded the fish. "Delighted to have you," the rooster replied, and the fish came along to see the world. So, 1 rooster, 2 cats, 3 frogs, 4 turtles, 5 fish, and the sun went down. It began to get dark. Oh, maybe there are not more animals, or maybe there are. The moon came up over the horizon. "Where's our dinner?" asked the cats. "Where are we supposed to sleep?" asked the frogs. "We're cold," complained the turtles. Just then some fireflies flew overhead. "We're afraid," cried the fish. Now the rooster really had not made any plans for the trip around the world. He had not remembered to think about food and shelter, so he did not know how to answer his new friends. After a few minutes of silence, the fish suddenly decided that it might be best if they headed for home. They wished the others a happy trip, and they swam away. So now we only have 4 turtles, 3 frogs, 2 cats, and a rooster. What might happen next? Then the turtles began to think about their warm house. They turned and crawled back down the road without so much as a goodbye. So, 3 frogs, 2 cats, and a rooster. What will happen next? The frogs weren't too happy with this trip anymore either. First one, and then the other, and finally the last one jumped away. They were polite enough, though, to wish the rooster a good evening as they hopped out of sight. So we only have 2 cats and 1 rooster left. Who's going to leave or come? What will happen? The cats then remembered an unfinished meal that they had left behind. They kindly wished the rooster a happy journey, and they too headed back home. Now the rooster was all alone, and he hadn't seen anything of the world. He thought for a minute, and then he said to the moon, "To tell you the truth, I'm not only hungry and cold, but I am homesick as well." The moon did not answer. It too disappeared. We're just left with 1 rooster. The rooster knew what he had to do. He turned around and he went back home again. He enjoyed a good meal of grain, and then he sat on his very own perch. After a while he went to sleep, and he had a wonderful happy dream all about a trip around the world. And that's the end. There's all the animals we saw. Let's do our Bible story for the day. Okay. This story is called The Snake Bite. Ooh, this sounds dangerous. After the shipwreck, everyone swam to the shore. The people who lived there said, "Let's build a fire so the cold, wet people can get warmed up." Paul loaded his arms with sticks to throw on the fire. Suddenly, a poisonous snake bit Paul's hand. Paul shook the snake into the blazing fire. "He's going to die," everyone whispered. They kept waiting for Paul to get sick, but nothing happened. God healed Paul from the snake's poison. Soon after that, Paul visited a man who was very sick. As Paul prayed, God healed that man too. That's amazing how God has the power to bring health and heal people. All right. Our verse, repeat after me. This is a pretty easy one, but we're still learning. 1 John 4:8. God is love. One more time. 1 John 4:8. God is love. Super job, kindergarten. Have an awesome day. You want to stop it there?